Well, it's about that time that we finally do a Spirit Halloween discussion video. Hey guys, it's Taylor Claypack back at again with another YouTube video. I know I haven't uploaded in over a month now, but that's because I've been kind of caught up with some other stuff. Yeah, I've been kind of busy and doing some other things with family and everything like that. So if you were wondering where I've been and why I haven't uploaded in over a month, you know, that's why. I have a few videos planned, and this was definitely one of them. And as I said, of course, in the beginning, you know, this is going to be a Spirit Halloween discussion video for Halloween animatronics of 2022 from there. So let's just kind of get into it, shall we? So it has been a little while since I really looked at these. I did go to Spirit Halloween a few times this year, for those who don't know that. I recorded some videos on Jamie Master Animatronics, you know, from when I went to the store. And I'm literally on Spirit Halloween's channel, just, you know, kind of looking at these as I go. So first off, we're going to start with the Widow. I think that she's pretty cool. This one is not one that I've seen in person yet, but I do think it's cool. I like the snapped neck effect. I kind of wish it did just a little bit more, but overall, I think it's great. Up next is Nozzles the Clown. This one I think is pretty cool. I like how the fog like comes out of, looks like it's what's supposed to be his hands. This one I've seen in person. I actually like him. I'm not too crazy about the phrases, but I do think that he's pretty cool. I was kind of surprised to see this one not have a mouth movement. I don't know, I just thought maybe it would have had a mouth movement or something, but you know, overall I like it. Up next is Reagan. Reagan I personally like. I like how there's that projector in the back. I think that's like a really cool effect, you know, for behind the head. I can tell that this prop is loud. I mean, this one I also saw in store and it was pretty freaking loud in the store. And, you know, overall, I think it's great. I love the detail on the face. Of course, the head does a 360. And, yeah, I love the dress on it, everything. You know, it's great. I personally think it's great. Up next is Possessed Pumpkin. I think that he looks really cool, and I do like it. It's just I'm not too crazy about its phrases personally, you know. But overall, I think that he's pretty cool. Up next is Betty Sharp. Now this one I'm not that big of a fan of personally. That's just this one I'm not crazy about. I will say this though, I do like how the bag moves. It's like really, it has this really cool kind of movement, you know, and I just think that that's pretty cool. But it's just the fact that it doesn't really do anything else besides, you know, just that and talking, you know what I mean? It's like with this prop, I personally would have thought with the bag moving, it probably would have had like a body turn or like an arm movement, you know, going up and down because of the knife in the hand and everything like that. Something like that, you know what I mean? I just feel like this prop could definitely do more than what it does. Up next is Mr. Punchy. Definitely a unique concept for sure. I was not expecting something like this, you know, for Spirit or any Halloween animatronic like whatsoever. As you can see, like, you know, from that, it's like practically like part inflatable and then part animatronic. Like, I don't even know. It's like strange but cool at the same time. I mean, I don't know. It's like weird but not weird at the same time. I'm like mixed about it a little bit. I will say this though, I mean, I like the inflatable part, you know, because I've seen a ton of videos of this thing before, and I know there were some I've seen like in the dark, and it literally looks like it lights up like basically the whole room. And there's also the fact it has a little bit of lighting like on the face, you know, with the lines. That I think is pretty unique about it. And you could tell it's not supposed to really be something scary. It's more so like a vintage clown type of deal. But I mean, in the beginning though, I used to not like it whatsoever, you know, and I was just like, what the heck is this thing, you know? But over some time it kind of grew on me a little bit, especially knowing the fact that with the inflatable it lights up the whole room. So I don't know, I mean, it's cool, but I'm like mixed feelings about it right now. I mean, Who knows, maybe it'll grow on me over time. I mean, it's crazy how your opinions kind of change, like, over time about these things. The one thing though about this prop I will say that I don't quite understand is just like how, what does it say? There's the one phrase where it's like, says like closer, closer, closer. After that it's like supposed to be some kind of jump scare sort of deal, and obviously like with this prop it's not a jump scare prop, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that I don't understand. It's like, why would they put a phrase in there that's almost like supposed to be for kind of like a jump scare into a prop that's not a jump scare, you know what I'm saying? So that's something I don't necessarily like about it. But other than that, you know, it's alright. Up next, Little Skelly Bones. I was kind of hoping that eventually Spirit would come back with another Little Skelly Bones. This little guy is actually kind of cool. I never would have thought that this prop, like at first glance, you know, that it was gonna pop up so quick like how it does. And that's something that I find pretty cool about it. And then of course he's got his little outfit on, sorta, you know, just kind of like the other Little Skelly Bones. And I do think that this one's actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. This one, I saw at Spirit as well. Up next is Young Crouchy. This one, I mean, I don't even know. For those who are a fan of Crouchy, it's definitely a cool collector's piece, you know, for Crouchy fans for sure. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't even know. I don't really know how I feel about it. Low-key looks a little bit weird. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's cool that the eyes light up and, you know, whatever. But, like, I don't know. It's just a little bit strange to me. Since it's called Young Crouchy, it's like, I personally don't like how it's like it has the same, you know, pitch audio as the Crouchy animatronic himself. I mean, it's like, why don't you like make the audio like a higher pitch or something, or maybe, I don't know, do something like that. I don't know, I'm not too crazy about this one, but let's move on. Up next is Deadly Creeper. This one, I did not think it was gonna be huge, like when I first saw a picture of it. But then there was, I think, a video or something that I saw, and it literally looks huge. I was like, what the hell? I was just so shocked. So the fact of how big it is definitely something that grew on me, and I personally like it. Up next is Strawman. I love this prop. His movement is really interesting, and I know that this one has servo motors in it, but I really like the face. Definitely kind of looks like a realistic scarecrow, which is pretty interesting, and that's something that I happen to really like about it. And I don't know, I just think he's overall a really cool prop, and like I said, you know, I love his movements. Up next we have Spike. This one's pretty interesting. It's actually kind of cool how it's like dangling, you know, from like the ceiling and like moves around, you know, like how it is. It's very different, unique concept, and I think that that's actually pretty cool that they did that, you know what I mean? Up next is Rat Girl. I don't know how I feel about it personally. I'm not even sure like what to say about it. I'm not the biggest fan of it personally. I don't know. I can't really say that much about this one. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. That's really all I got. Up next, we're going to talk about Grimm since he came back this year. I mentioned this in a video on Gemmy Master Animatronics when I did a review with Dark Shadows Reviews. And, you know, I love Grimm. Grimm is an awesome animatronic. Has a lot of movements, uses servo motors. I think it's an awesome prop, you know, overall, I really do. But personally, for me, I like last year's model better than this year's model. Well, I mean, they're both pretty much the same, but still, it's like, the phrasing where it says Halloween is ours for this year's model, if it were me, I prefer last year's model when it says tonight is ours. That's just my personal opinion, I guess, on the phrasing. But overall, like I said, I love Grimm. He's a great prop. Alright, up next, Lord Raven. Lord Raven is actually pretty cool. This one I saw at Spirit in person as well, and I like him. Definitely very cool how it's got, like, you know, the kind of like beak going down, and just like how his like neck moves, like how it does, you know? Very interesting. Up next is Bog Zombie. I saw this one at Spirit too, and I think he's really cool personally. I like the zombie sounds it does, you know, I like its movement. I just like pretty much everything about it, you know what I mean? I just think it's great. I love the detail on the face, love the outfit on him. Just a great prop. Up next is Monty. This one I never got to see, and I really wish I was able to see it. Who knows, maybe Spirit, you know, or should I say my Spirit, will eventually have one on us. Who knows? I mean, it is a really cool prop. I like how, you know, it's the monkey on the box and everything with the symbols and stuff like that. Another thing that I've actually discovered, I mean, I've heard this a lot, like, you know, with people saying this on video, but I kind of discovered this, like, for sure when I was on a call with my friend John, you know, aka Dark Shadows Reviews. And when you don't plug in the symbols, apparently, it doesn't play the symbols for the audio, you know what I mean? Which is something very interesting about it. It also kind of reminds me of Toy Story, you know, with that crazy monkey toy. I really like this prop. He's awesome in my personal opinion. Up next is Lucky Bottoms. Overall, I like him. This prop, I did not think it was gonna be so big, just because of like the height of it and how it looked on the ground on video. There were times I've seen that thing on video, like with a person next to it setting it up and all that, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, it looks huge, what? You know, I was like, no freaking way. And I see it at Spirit in person, and I'm over here, I'm like, what the hell? It was really cool to see in person, but it was like, dang, he's pretty big, like, you know, for what it is. The only thing I don't like is just how his hands are. They seem like really weird. I don't know if they're like posable or something. You could pose the fingers or what it is, but I don't know. His hands are kind of strange, but I mean, his face is kind of cool. Up next is Tombstone Terror. I think it's cool, like it looks cool, but I'm not like crazy about it, you know what I mean? I like how the tombstone looks, and it's cool that it's a jump scare. I don't know, I guess it's just because it's small, I don't know. And then last but not least, Bag of Bones. I wasn't too crazy about this one at first, but after seeing it in person, I actually thought it was really cool. Again, it's cool that it's a jump scare prop. I like how it lights up the face when it pops up. It's different sometimes, like when you see things in person and then, you know, it's like it kind of grows on you even more. Either that or you end up not liking it more or something. I don't know. But yeah, this one grew on me after seeing it in person, and, you know, I thought it was cool. That basically wraps it up for Spirit Halloween 2022 discussion video. Those are my personal opinions. Feel free to let me know your personal opinions on some of this stuff. I would love to hear them. And that basically concludes it for this video. More videos are going to be coming soon. And like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.